what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Lone Wolf 902, and today you can see I'm at the Bushcraft base camp. I got a fire going, I'm having a hot cup of coffee, and I'm actually filming a couple of videos today. I'm just kind of out enjoying the snow. We got a little bit of snowfall here, so get it while you can, right? So today's video is going to be on the Easthills Outdoor Dragonfly Pro Tarp. This thing is awesome. Love it. So Easthills Outdoor sent this to me. I've been using it for a while now. Very, very nice, very lightweight. It says ultralight sill rain tarp on it. Easthills Outdoor Dragonfly Pro. It's got the little Easthills Outdoors logo there. If the camera will pick that up, got a little tab on there. The stuff sack does have a little carry handle, which makes it very useful pulling out of the bag. It's also got a drawstring and a little toggle there. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the stuff sack and let's get it pitched. And I got a spot right over here. We'll kind of get out of the snow. So we'll go throw this up, get it pitched, and let's talk about it a little bit more. All right, guys. So here you can see I've got the tarp pitched really, really loose. And this obviously isn't how you want to pitch a tarp. So the reason why I've gone and pitched this extremely loose like this is because this tarp does not need a continuous ridge line. It solves that issue of having to slide the tarp back and forth by incorporating tensioners on the main ridge and all around the rest of the tarp, which is a huge point to this tarp that I love. I absolutely love this. So check this out. We've got a tensioner right here. Go ahead and tighten that up. And my tarp looks like it's over that way far enough. So I'll come over to this side and go ahead and grab this tensioner here, tighten it up, nice and snug. Tarp is pitched. Now if I want to move the tarp this way more, I'll go ahead and loosen this side off, like so. Kind of getting windy here. And then I'll just draw this in, and now you can see the tarp has moved that way. So I'm going to center it back up to where I had it, but just to kind of show you guys, you don't need to pack an extra ridge line or carry an extra piece of gear with this tarp. All the guy lines are on. Every point has an adjuster. So you can adjust this back and forth. You don't have to untie, wrap. You don't have to tie any fancy knots. Just get it secured to the ground, draw it in or out, which is awesome. I wish all of my tarps had those, because now that I have a tarp with those on it, that's all I want. Awesome, awesome idea. Great to have on a product. Go ahead and cinch that in nice and tight again. Kind of got a rope down here I'm kind of tripping on. Yeah, so like I was saying, adjustable kind of guy outlines with the adjusters on there. Got more down here on the sides, on the corners, everywheres. So I want to go ahead and use the provided ground stakes that it came with, and I want to get it pitched in a normal tarp configuration, and then we'll kind of go around the tarp and have a really good look at it. All right, guys, so here you can see the Easthills Outdoor tarp setup, and I gotta say, I love this tarp. I've used it a bunch of times already. I've already tested it, I've used it, and every time I set it up, I get, it's so easy. It's so fast and it's so easy with those adjusters. You don't have to get anything tight right away. You can throw it up nice and loose and then walk around like I did and just kind of cinch in the little adjusters down on the points. Now, it does come with 8 pegs, 8 stakes, aluminum Y stakes, really nice. And it does have 4 guy outs per side. So 8 plus the 2 on the end. So it has 10 guy out points with 10 guy line adjusters. Very, very, very cool. Very cool. So the color is a beautiful dark green. It blends in very nice. You can go back quite far. It blends. You can see the snow on it. It's already starting to kind of blend if you were off in the distance with the forest. Every point on this tarp is reinforced. So all the guy outs, the corners and the tabs, they're all reinforced, and the entire ridge is seam taped. So this thing handles in rain, snow, wind very, very nicely. And the stitching on this is very nice. It is reinforced. It's done well. There's no loose threads anywhere that I could find. It's a really, really good tarp, and I gotta say, I am enjoying it a lot. I am. So one key feature with this tarp, being that it has 4 guy outs per side, is you can actually make doors on the end. So now that I've got this here, I'll go ahead and simulate that. I'm going to loosen off that corner and the other corner and close in one end, and then I'll go around the other end and kind of shoot the camera down and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here you can see what I was talking about closing the doors using the second guy out point back. So this is the corner of the tarp, that's the second guy out in. Now I've got the doors closed so they're still open enough to fit a hammock out. You can actually close these in all the way if you would like to, and you can even overlap them if you would like to do that as well. But this is kind of a general setup, how you would set it up to put your hammock through. And this way you can simply come over and loosen off this adjuster and gain access inside of the hammock. So you can walk in like that, you can loosen it off even more and open it wide open. And it's simple to just go ahead and give that a little pull, give this a little pull, and now you're back closed up. So let's go over to the other side and look through. All right, so here I'm inside of the tarp. I'm basically right to the end, right where the doors are shut. And I gotta say, it is very, very, very roomy in here without the hammock. With the hammock, now keep in mind, I also have this pitched right down to the ground, pretty much. If you were to float the shelter and hang it higher, you'd be able to have a little more headroom, but I like pitching my tarps down low. You can use this with or without a hammock, mind you. If you're going to use it without a hammock, do it like I did. Pitch it down low, overlap the doors so these will close all the way, and I think you'll have a really great ground shelter. But being used for hammock, I like pitching mine at both this level, and I run it through the tree. That way your feet are on the ground, you can use your hammock as a chair, and you're buttoned up from all the wind and blowing snow and rain. So right off the bat, you can kind of see the Easthills Outdoors logo. It's white, but it's backwards because it's printed on the inside. So on the outside, it's kind of ghosted in there. So it's not bright white lettering on the outside, which I think is very, very awesome, very thoughtful. Because having a nice green tarp, it would almost be kind of, I think it would ruin it if you'd put the logo on the outside and have it big white or big orange. What they've done here is very, very thoughtful. They put it on the inside, so it's still visible on the outside, ghosted in there, nice and professional touch. You know, it's nice and clean. It's there, it's big, but it blends in while you're out camping. So there is quite a bit of room inside, and like I said, that's one door shut. You can go ahead and shut the other door and have plenty of room in here for your hammock. So like I was mentioning earlier, the entire roof is seam taped very nicely. It does have reinforced tabs all along every single guy out point. This tarp is a beast. It is lightweight, and being lightweight, it is quite a bit thinner in material, but it's a very tough material. It's very, very strong. It's not going to tear easily. I actually did have a stick fall out of a tree, quite a substantial stick. I don't know, probably 3 times the size of this, fell out of the tree and hit the tarp. Not today, but on a previous trip, and it didn't rip it at all. It didn't tear. It just kind of hit, rolled off. I went out, looked, and kind of got lucky that day, but it didn't rip, so passed the impact test. Not meaning to, but it worked. It's a very, very nice tarp. I'll take you around outside and show you kind of the outside view and how the door is situated from another angle, and we'll go ahead and wrap up the review. So here's the other side. We got the door wide open. The other door is still closed, but this kind of shows if you were using this as a ground shelter, or maybe you're with a couple friends and you're out having a group camping or using this as your rain shelter, you could just pitch a couple chairs in here, put some cooking gear in the back, do all your cooking in here, and sit right here and enjoy the view and stay dry underneath. So there's plenty of room under here. It's a large tarp, but it packs down very small, and it's lightweight. It's got a lot of really good things going for it. I'm a big fan of this right here, the adjustable kind of, I don't even know where to go with this. It's different for me because every time I bring a tarp, I use a continuous ridge line. This is not a continuous ridge line, but it works so well. It works really, really well. You can tighten it up, you can loosen it. I don't know why I haven't gone with this before, but it's definitely a very useful piece of kit. Now, I do love my continuous ridge lines. Don't get me confused or anything there. I do love my other tarps. I've got a lot of tarps, and I love all of them. This one is definitely an interesting setup. So if I were going out and I need to set up a tarp very, very quickly, I believe that this system would be able to go up faster than a continuous ridgeline system. Just my personal kind of thoughts. And with these adjusters down here, also making it very, very easy to kind of cinch it in, because this material, and like much other ripstops, will sag when it starts to get wet. And you can kind of see a couple wrinkles kind of settling in now that it's getting wet. It's a cinch to just come out, pull that, and tighten it up just like that, nice and flat. Kind of bang your snow and rain off, go back to sleep, go back to relaxing or whatever. So these are absolutely awesome. I think these adjusters totally make the tarp. That's probably my favorite point about the tarp. The color and these adjusters, awesome. So that's pretty much all I got for this review. I mean, it's a tarp. They're usually quite basic. Now I do have other products from Easthills Outdoors that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm still waiting for another piece to come in the mail, and once I receive that piece, I'm going to do the whole kit together and show you guys exactly what we're working with here. So far, loving it. Stay tuned for more reviews from Easthills Outdoors. And if you guys are looking for a really nice tarp and you're not that familiar with continuous ridge lines, or you're not that familiar with pitching it and getting it nice and tight, I would say that this would be an excellent option to go ahead and grab up. They're not overly expensive. You can get them on Amazon. I seen this on Amazon.ca, and I believe they're also available on Amazon.com as well. So go ahead and check them out. And I'm gonna relax because I'm out here and it's still snowing. I got a hot coffee sitting over there that's probably cold now. So I'm gonna go light a fire, get that warmed up, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.